Hi Taurus, it's Heather the Queen of Pentacles here with your mid-month check-in and reading. Hi, how are you? We talked at the beginning of June when we first met. So we just started off this channel. I just started off this channel. It was a pleasure to meet you. But we talked about a little bit of advice from the universe, talking about your strengths, and you are very strong. I think you already knew that. But you may be coming up with somebody who's, yes, looking for help or advice from you, but it was a warning also not to let people take advantage of you. Take advantage of your kindness, take advantage of your time, take advantage of your help or your generosity. Not to don't let them ride your coattails was the common saying that I was coming up with. So I just wanted to check in, see how you guys were doing, make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, and see what the universe has to say to you right now. See if there's anything tying in with that first reading, or if there's any new advice happening. This is currently for the mid-month of June under the full moon that's just happening now. But remember, if you're finding this, readings are timeless. Everybody's on their own journey. So you may be finding this sometime in the future, or looking back and watching my old videos and finding this, and if so, thank you for doing that. If any of these readings are resonating with you and you are liking what you see, please drop a like and subscribe to see more. It lets me know that you want more of this content so I can keep making these videos for you. But let's ask the universe, what do you have for my Tauruses out there? Let's see. What do we have? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let me center these up for you guys a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. So, we have a couple of cups out here. And then we're starting things out with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so remember that we talked about not letting people take advantage of you at the beginning of the month. I was wondering how many people like that may have resonated with. Because now that that's come out, the Four of Pentacles, Pentacles do represent more of the physical things of the world, like your money or your possessions, things that you've created, or even the body, just things in the physical world. The Four of Pentacles is a card about protecting those things, savings, possessiveness, misering. But I'm getting more of like the guarding out of this, especially in like conjunction with your last reading, because that's what I wanted to do, was kind of, like I said, check in on you guys, and make sure, like, I'm guessing that some of you Tauruses have maybe put a little bit of a wall up with somebody. Maybe somebody has kind of been getting a little too friendly or acquainted with some of your generosity. Might be a good way to put it. I hope not. I hope nobody would think about taking advantage of you, because I know that a lot of you are very like generous with your time and your possessions and your wealth, and it is never, like, it's never good karma to take advantage of somebody anyway, right? But it does look like some of you are maybe having to be guarded against something like that. You do want to be careful and not overthink things. You don't want to let yourself get too closed off, I guess, is a good way to put it. If you overthink things or you close yourself off too much, I mean, then bad things set in, like the card warns against like greed or paranoia, like that kind of thing. Is because it is a card of like the miser. So you do want to be careful, and there's of course that fine line, but it obviously is dependent on the situation. You do have to put up those walls to a certain extent, especially if you're dealing with somebody who is constantly coming and looking for the material things that if they're looking for more than you can give, I guess is the best way to put it, because it isn't always like money. But if it's somebody that is just trying to get more of your time than you can give, because you need to keep things for yourself. You need to keep some of your time for yourself. Like self-care is very important. I like to talk about that a lot, because a lot of us don't take time for ourselves like we should. That card is coming up with the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is somebody. It doesn't have to be just because the girl in the picture is a girl, is a female. It doesn't have to be a female. There's a lot of emotions involved with the Page of Cups, so that makes me wonder if instead of actual physical money, it is something more of like somebody coming for more of yourself than you can give, or more of your time than you can give, or just more of your energy than you can really give. And you're needing to put up a wall and needing to be guarded about that. So maybe we're really like honing in on the beginning of the month's advice. The Page of Cups especially, is an inexperienced person, but they're emotional. It has to do with creativity, and it's generally a positive card. This person may not even realize how draining they can be, or how much they're asking of you. So it's not necessarily that they're coming for more and coming for more and coming for more, but it is still good to, it's a good lesson, it's a good practice to set your boundaries. Maybe not particularly lock yourself away the way this person is doing, but setting boundaries is really important. You can do it and still be emotionally invested with this person. It doesn't have to be a love interest. It could be a family member, it could be a friend. Like I said, the Page of Cups tends to be a younger person some of the time, or at least intellectually, or like emotionally, that kind of thing. Just like a younger, more immature, inexperienced person than yourself, maybe. They may not, like I said, realize like how draining of your time and your emotions and stuff that they can be on you. You might just have a lot going on. Tauruses tend to take on an awful lot and shoulder an awful lot of burden. That sometimes you guys are not even aware that you do. So being aware of that, and like I said, just putting up your guard and setting those boundaries with people is so important. It does, we're going to get into this Three of Cups over here too, because it does, that's like the best way to lead to a Three of Cups, is to set that like peace of mind, because the Three of Cups is it's a card of rejoicing. It's a card of like savoring the moment, abundance, friends and family, just kind of like in this card, it's like, you know, getting together with the girls, or like getting your posse together, getting your friends together. It's another card of cups, like the page. So it has to do with like emotions and relationships, not necessarily, again, love, could be friends, family, anything like that. It's growth, because it's a 3. But it's a social card. It's contentment and happiness and feeling at home and at ease. And this is where you want to be. And if there's like maybe somebody in your social circle who is maybe just needing to be put in check, or there's one particular friend or family member who's too taxing, it's okay. I think the universe does want you to know that, like I said, Tauruses do tend to shoulder a lot of burden over a lot of things, and it's okay to set those boundaries. You can be gentle about it. You can nicely tell them things, but that in the end is how you're going to get like your serenity and your happiness, and you're coexisting with your posse, basically, with your friends, is finding that balance with your taxing person. Again, not letting them overwhelm you, because once you get emotionally stressed out and drained and everything else, you are not a fun person to be around. I think that advice goes for a lot of us. So I'm going to add to the reading an oracle card to kind of tie everything together. I have a new deck I've been dying to use with the full moon energy out. I just thought this like celestial card back was like perfect. This is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle that I just got a little while ago, and I love it. I'm gonna shuffle it off camera so you can keep looking at these beautiful cards, and think about like the things that I've gotten off it, the things that I've said, things that you may get from it, while I'm shuffling off camera here. But I should have done oracle cards at the beginning of the month too, so I'm glad that I brought this deck in here with me to bring to you guys today. Give it one more good shuffle. Let's see what we can add to this reading for you, for Tauruses. So what do we have here? Which card feels right for my Tauruses? We're going to go with this one. So we have got the Watchtower of the East, which is spring. Look at the beautiful artwork on this card. We've got beautiful flowers coming up. This is definitely a time for happiness. Because this is a new deck, I am going to go ahead and read out of the book for you, which I don't do with usually my cards are a pretty intuitive reading. Excuse me. But I want to make sure to give you the clearest message that I can with these cards. For the spring card, it does say, calling the guardians and gatekeepers of the East, the seasons of spring brings you fresh ideas as it works in conjunction with the element of air. By visiting the Watchtower of the East, you are being assisted in your journeying work through meditation and connection with the astral plane. Inspiration, creativity, and aspiration grace you. The East will assist you with writing, tests, poetry, communication, and intelligence. Now is the time to connect with the god in his boyhood and the maiden aspect of the triple goddess. To plant your seeds and dream big so that the guardians of the East can usher in all that is needed for you to achieve your goals. The color yellow represents the element of air and should be used in accordance with your magical workings at dawn. Spring heralds new beginnings for you as your association with whichever card flanks this one. Work with the element of air to enhance your meditative and visionary skills. You will be assisted in a test or exam that is coming up. Your creative juices are flowing. This is a good time to pen your ideas. Cast your spells at dawn. So, it talks about, obviously, since I just read it, we all know this now. It talks about the fresh ideas and the new beginnings of spring. And I'm going to add to that, that spring is also, like, when it says fresh ideas, spring is about freedom. Spring is about that breath of fresh air that comes with it, that where you stop and, like, so to say, smell the roses. Here it would be the daffodils. It's freedom. There's the birds in flight. It's everything that comes with, just like I said, that big free breath of air. It is an ease of tension, and that is everything that happens when you set your boundaries and you let it be known that you're not going to be taken advantage of, but you are willing to coexist, and you do want to still celebrate with people, still that you still value their friendship, value their camaraderie in their place in your life, value their relationship with you that you have with them. It's a good time to reflect on the importance of the people that you're dealing with and place them accordingly. Who do you want in your circle, Taurus? Who do you want in your circle, and who do you feel this free around? Who do you feel this free around that you want to join you, that you don't have to put your walls up around? That is what the universe is telling you right now. It's basically just June is a big month of, like, self-care and making sure that people aren't taking advantage of you and your kindness and your generosity. And I am going to be back to check in on you definitely by the beginning of the month. But I will be back with other messages for you. Like I said, if any of what I said resonates with you, if you like these messages, or if you resonate with me, make sure to like and subscribe. It lets me know that you do want more of these videos. And until next time, just know that I do love you and care about you, and that I am always on your side, Taurus. I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!